Hello, fire signs. I'm Crystal Neat here with your weekly reading from September 15th into the 22nd. So, in this reading, I'm going to be picking up on the overall energy, giving you any heads up that I can for the week to make this the best week possible for all my fire signs out there. This is relevant for your sun, moon, rising. You can even use it for your Venus if you like. If you only know your sun sign, that's fine. Just go off of that. So I'm going to start with Aries, then I'm going to move to Leo, and then I'm going to go to Sagittarius. It will be timestamps down below, so don't worry about that. The in between, I will make sure I have all of that pinned down below for you, okay? So let's go ahead and get started with my Aries people. Let's see what the week has in store for all my Aries sun, moon, and rising people. What is the overall vibe for my Aries people? That card wanted to come out. Overall energy. And overall love advice for my beautiful Aries people from September 15th until the 22nd. Okay, so children are definitely a highlight, and we'll talk about that later. So when I say children, you all, I mean that in a very broad way, meaning the inner child, your actual children, feeling more childish, and I'll talk about that in a second. And it makes sense, okay? Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It's the baby. It's this energy that builds our personality. So you're really going to be feeling Aries this week. I'm going to tell you how to use it and how to abuse it. Okay, so let's get started. Overall vibe, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Have an overwhelming sensation that my Aries people are going to be thinking that things are turning around and not necessarily how they want it to. Okay, and it's two different ways that I'm reading this. Some of you feel like things have turned upside down, and even though it's not an easy transition or change that you're going through, it's worth it. And so you're being as optimistic as possible. But I feel like your optimism is dwindling down, either with a relationship, or either like with your children, your patience. Something is just kind of like you're trying to be optimistic, but it's kind of just it's getting a bit hard this week, okay? Now, this is definitely a card of no big financial investments this week. This is more about saving. This is more about trusting the universe, as above, so below. And everything is happening exactly as it needs to be. Once again, when you add fear and worry to the situation, it only creates this spiral of life to get more confusing. So this is all about balance this week. And also with the Wheel of Fortune, not overly spending, not overly giving. And just because every day isn't so exciting, it doesn't mean that life is horrible. Okay. So just try to stay positive this week. Just, don't get sold a dream and it's really a nightmare. Be cautious of where you place your money and your value this week. You have to be careful because emotional issues and emotionally speaking, you're going to be a bit edgy, okay? So with that edginess comes a energy to where you could either go into sorrow mode, woe is me, which is not Aries. And for some of you all, it's people around you. It's not necessarily you. If people are not a help, they are hurting in this scenario. Because when you're emotionally easy to get pulled down, like normally I feel like Aries doesn't really take a lot of things personal. I feel like when they take it personal, they take it personal, but for the most part they can kind of handle whatever is thrown at them. They're very, very strong. So with the 5 of Cups being here, it could be you finally feeling like, I'm tired of being the strong one. I'm ready to have somebody else to lean on, and that's okay. But once again, with the 5 of Cups, our life as within, so without. Whatever you're feeling with the inside, in the inside will come out on the outside. So Aries people, please be cautious of your emotional well-being. With life, it's not this, oh, I had a spiritual awakening and now that's it. No. If you want to have a happy life, you have to do daily work. You have to daily work on your spirit, even if it's just an early morning affirmation or a nighttime affirmation. A meditation would be highly advised, okay? Now, a lot of you all are having these emotions because you're thinking about your past. And for a small amount of you, your children, something goes on, like a situation happens with your children or like your children's father, or like something takes you back to your childhood. Going down memory lane is what I'm hearing for Aries. Like you're going back down memory lane. You're thinking about things that could have been that weren't. You have a very Scorpio, what is that? Cancer energy, and that's not really like you. So a lot of you all could be around a lot of Cancer, Scorpio people, and or Sagittarius. Some of you will be around Virgo energy also. But once again, like I always say, having nostalgic moments are great, but living in the past is not healthy. We found that when you constantly live in a state of what used to be, you constantly create what used to be. And I know most of us want future. We want to live in the present. We want to enjoy this thing called life. We don't want to keep going back to the exes. We don't want to keep going back to, oh, well, I should have been a better mother, or I should have been a better protector or provider. All of that past stuff is not what you want this week. Just trust me. Okay. Now what you do have going for you, Aries, bam, one of my favorite cards, the Nine of Wands. I mean, the Nine of Coins. This is self-sufficiency. And if we don't know anything else, we know you can do it. You get things done. As much as people try to dump on you and talk about Aries and cause chaos, you all know how to be self-sufficient, get the bills paid, get the job done, even inspire others. And a lot of the times, because I'm hearing that you focus on yourself and not in a selfish way, because it is positive in life to focus on yourself, because ultimately it's like self-work. And self-worth is what I'm hearing for you. Self-worth, self-preservation. A lot of money can be flowing in this week for you all. This is a great energy to focus on practical matters. If you stick to a routine, yes, we have to deal with the emotional turbulence and things like that that go on around us. But guess what? At least the routine kind of keeps us on track, and you all can feel like, okay, I've gotten some things accomplished. This can be a really good money week if you play your cards right. Now, if you get in your feelings, you might have a different story. What you want to avoid is the Hermit in reverse. So this might not be the week to associate too much with Virgo people, especially if they are narcissistic type of Virgo energy who can pinpoint and nitpick the fat that you have on your neck, or the freckles that you have out of place, and I'm hearing that some of you all are doing this to yourself. Let's not blame Virgo. How dare I? This is some of you all nitpicking yourself, nitpicking everything that you've done. And it's like, stop that. And I'm proud of a lot of you all, because some of you all are actually coming out of this. Some of you all are actually coming out of isolation and feelings of being loneliness and wanting children, because that's what else is going on. Some of you all are feeling lonely because you don't have children. Okay. But the Hermit in reverse is saying, don't nitpick yourself like that. Don't pick yourself apart, and don't allow others to do this to you. If you're noticing that you're trying to communicate with people and they don't want to hear what you have to say, or every time you say, this hurts my feelings, they say, oh, well, you hurt my feelings last week. And that shows that person isn't really trying to make things better with you. Okay. So just keep that in mind. And make sure you're not playing this narcissistic type of energy. Sometimes hurt people, and that can be a dangerous situation. So just keep that in mind, Aries. Now, your overall love card you have is children. Your love life is being affected by children. So let's read this card for my Aries people who I love so much. Let's see what we have. And it says, the romance angel sent you this card because children are a significant factor in your love life. Either you want them or your partner has kids that are influencing your love life. Sorry. This is a factor to consider when you desire to improve your romantic future. The angels honor and support all expressions of love, and they're willing and able to help you with any issue concerning children. In addition, this card can signify that your or your partner's inner child is affecting your relationship. This means there's a need for playfulness and lighthearted spirit, or it can signal that it's time to heal the childhood emotional wound. The loving nature of your inner child and children in general is supportive is supportive of healing work, especially when its intentions is to bring more love. So, yeah, animals, children, little things, little people might be of comfort this week. Sometimes we can get around little people, animals, and we just feel better. And I think this would be like a therapeutic way for my Aries friend to feel better this week. Okay, so that's really what I have for you, Aries. I hope that helped in some way. If you have any Aries people that you know, share this, send it to their messenger. If you're Facebook friends, share it on your Facebook page. It helps. Okay, so now we have all the Aries done. We are going to move on to Leo. Leo, sun, moon, rising, and even Venus. Overall vibe for my Leo people out there from September 15th until the 22nd. What is the overall vibe for Leo this week? What is the overall message for Leo this week? What can they look forward to? What can my Leo people look forward to this week? And what do they want to avoid? Ooh, that card flew out. Ooh, yeah, you want to avoid that. And what else am I pulling on? Anything else they need to know? All right. Ooh, Leo, this is looking like a winner chicken freaking dinner week for you. And I love that because I love my fire energy of Leo. Overall love advice for Leo for the week of September 15th and the 22nd. Ooh, you deserve love. You are lovable. And you also have separation. Ooh. So Leo, you have the best reading so far. So congratulations. Overall energy this week, you have the Chariot. You know that you are victorious. You know that blessings are coming your way. You understand that victory is the only option and it's only one way to go from here. Either you're with me or you're against me. And that's what it feels like. It feels like a victorious lion is like with me and like you can go into the sunset with me to victory, or you can stay here. And it's like, oh, I'm going with Leo. So the Chariot card is amazing. If any of you are trying to like get a vehicle or anything like that, this will be a great time to do so. I'll talk about now, unless you feel iffy, like if you don't trust the salesman or something like that, trust me, don't do it. But this is a beautiful energy of travel, of, like I said, if you even like some of you all who travel for work or travel long distance, really taking in that energy, even like scenery wise, like when you're driving, I'm feeling that energy to really like connect with the trees, connect with the weather, connect with even the little butterflies and bees, and just try to understand that you're vibrating with everything around you. Sounds cheesy, but it works. The Chariot card is also saying a lot of you Leos out there are dealing with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces people. I love the Cancer energy this week. Even if, now unless they're toxic, but if a Cancer has been trying to explain something to you or tell you something, and or just someone who has a lot of this water energy within their chart, I would really, really take their advice this week because it'll lead you to victory. So this is great. This is great. Now, what you want to focus on is that although these victories are coming in this week, it's not to be rushed, because the Seven of Coins is saying, oh, hard work and patience is what's going to pay off for Leo this week. A lot of us this week, like what's weird is like all of our money cards are really positive so far. So it's telling me that work and finances is the main focus this week. And this is great. I love this for you because it's saying that if you put in the hard work this week, you can really have a nice celebration by the weekend. Okay, but we'll talk about that in a second. But the seven of coins is saying every little thing you do, from getting to work 10 minutes early, setting your alarm a bit earlier, being patient with yourself and your process. Nothing happens overnight. You're going to be blessed this week. So this is great. This is great energy to study, to plant new seeds, to move forward with new things in your life, because you have so much to celebrate for this week. The Three of Cups is like, a friend calling you like, I just miss you. I just love you. Hey, I'm going to cash app you $50. Like, the Three of Cups is also the turn up card, okay? It's when you can go out, you can have a great time, you leave your worries behind. It reminds me of that Bob Marley song, Don't Worry About a Thing. Everything is going to be all right. When you hear that song, you just want to dance. You just don't really trip off of anything. And that's what it feels like to me. If you can find, your vibe attracts your tribe, Leo. So if you're noticing that you're attracting negative things, is because you're being a bit negative and you have to stop that. The Three of Cups overall is saying blessings upon blessings, and friendship is going to be here for you. Some of you all, this will be your sisters that you can lean on, but this is amazing. This is a great party energy. So make sure you have some time, even though I see all this hard work you're doing, like by the end of the week, unwind. Now, I didn't say spend all your money. I just said unwind a little bit, okay? Now, don't drink all the wine, even though you need to unwind. Don't do it. Just don't. Like, have a couple drinks, but to each his own. Now, what you want to avoid is Ten of Swords, playing the victim. Playing the victim will create the victim this week. If you want to sit here and woe is me, and the world is against me, and the universe is conspiring against me, and why is everybody backstabbing me, and why, if you go into that energy this week, that's where you'll mess up. If you hang around negative Nancy, every time she comes around, she's miserable. She can't look at anything positive in her life. Now, this is the week actually where you can be the encouraging one, but you have to protect your energy. Some people, like my friend Dana was talking about, will emotionally dump on you. And it's a difference from venting and helping a friend through something and people who just emotionally dump. It's a different vibration. And I hate to say, especially being a reader, it's hard to say that because I never want to offend people, but it's just a different energy you get from when a friend is just venting and they're having a hard day versus when somebody is just negative and they just want to go on and on and on and on about their misery. So the Ten of Swords is saying don't play the victim and don't allow yourself to be the victim this week. All right, very caring, very nurturing, very loving. I love this energy for you this week. Like I said, I feel like it's more of a healing situation this week. These cards are beautiful. Now you have you deserve love, you are lovable. Let's read your love card, Leo. Let's see what we have. Sagittarius energy will also be very, very helpful. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, you're pulling in a lot of that energy this week. Now, are every single one of you going to run into and or deal with a water sign? No. Okay, but you're still pulling in that energy, whether you consciously realize it or not. And like I said, Sagittarius. Also, I did want to mention some of you all are contemplating a separation, and you should move forward with that separation and or take a step back. Okay, separation doesn't mean that everything is ending forever and ever, but it does look like either like one of you also, a few of you are dealing with like a separation between you and your partner. And it's not a negative thing. It's just something that once again you have to plant those seeds into something else, focus more on work so that you don't get emotionally, too emotionally caught up in that. And some of you all are actually breaking away from someone, and this is a really, really positive thing for you. Okay, you deserve love. You are lovable. The romance angels are cheering you on your quest. See that quest, like that quest energy I was feeling at the beginning for great love by letting you know that you deserve it. As a child of God, you are naturally a loving and lovable person, as is everyone. You have the right to be treated with kindness and respect by everyone in your life. If you've had harsh life experiences, you may have blamed yourself and felt unworthy of receiving affection. This card is reassurance that you do deserve it. You're a beautiful being of God's pure light and love, no matter what any person has said or done to you. And no matter what has happened in the past, God's handiwork can never be undone. The more you affirm, I am lovable, I am loved, I am loving, the more this experience comes true for you. Affirmations help you believe spiritual truths at a deep unconscious level. This in turn allows you to attract loving people, relationships, and circumstances. And you definitely deserve that. Okay, so Leo, have a great week. I love you. If you ever need to get a private reading with me, you can email me. It will be down below in the description. And now I am going to move on to Sagittarius. Ooh, come on, Saggy, come on. I'm a Sagittarius sun sign, so I am trying to see what this week is about. Last week, I saw what that was about. So now this week, I want to see what this is about. Okay, come on, let's see. Overall energy for the Sagittarius, sun, moon, and rising from September 15th until the 22nd. What can Sagittarius look forward to? What can Sagittarius look forward to? What can Sagittarius look forward to? Okay, what should Sagittarius avoid this week? And what can they look forward to? More cards. Let's see. What is this week going to offer them? What is this week going to offer us? Ooh. Any other messages, my Sagittarius? Ooh. Okay. Okay. Now let's see what our love message is. Overall love message for Sagittarius. Okay, this one to come out. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you, Sagittarius. We'll talk about that in a second. Our cards look really pretty good. Okay. We're attracting a lot of Leo energy, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces energy this week. Not a week to overly spend at all. Once again, with all the readings, money looks really, really great for us. Finances and self-sufficiency looks amazing. But let's get into the cards. Overall energy, the Three of Pentacles. This week, Sagittarius, we can look forward to teamwork. We can look forward to not having to do it all on our own. A lot of you all are going to be studying or becoming an expert when it comes to your field of study or something that you're interested in. Some of you all will be looking into real estate. Some of you all are going to be doing a lot of hands-on work, reaching out to people who are experts within what you do. And like I said, you all teaching on things that you do. I like the Three of Coins because it definitely speaks of that tribal energy. It's like when everything comes together within life and we can finally come to this like breather moment. So I love that the Three of Coins is here. Now, for some of you, this is a third party situation within a relationship. This is somebody coming in, someone cheating, someone stepping out. And you'll know, it'll be a small few, but whoever it's for, you'll know because the arguments will start. And I'll talk about what's in the what else we need to know. So the Five of Wands is saying, what do they say? You have to know when to fight your battles. Every war is not, every battle is not a war. I don't know what the hell I really need to get better. That's what I need to study this week. What is it? I can't even think. What is it, the word that I'm looking for? Not phrases, not, I don't know. You know what I mean, though. Like, I pulled the Ace of Swords for today's energy, so I probably shouldn't even be doing this reading because I can't think. It's like I can feel and I know, but I can't get my words together. But it's basically saying you have to know to pick your battles, pretty much. That's what I'm trying to get at. With the Five of Wands, it is petty drama. It is pettiness, nitpicky. You can ignore it easily, but if you're drama-filled, Sagittarius, you'll give into this. Don't give into any drama. And we don't like it when people are sarcastic with us and they're not upfront. But you'll notice people kind of want to pick with you or maybe try to start little arguments. But it seems to be out of jealousy. I'm hearing that, out of jealousy. So don't give into this. And Sagittarius, make sure you're not doing this. Make sure you're not picking with other people and getting into conflict that doesn't even need to happen. Now, for some of you all, this is going to be great when it comes to competitive energy. Some of you all are just super competitive this week and you're ready to fight for what it is you believe in and what it is that you love and what it is that you've worked so hard for. Use this energy for good, Sagittarius. Now, with the avoid position, we have the Page of Cups in upright. So we don't want to take things overly personal this week. You know, if somebody gives you, it's a difference from somebody like nitpicking and being like sarcastic or bitchy, and it's a difference from somebody like giving you corrective criticism. You know, and I think that you don't want to get too much in the clouds this week, Sagittarius. You don't want to get, oh, I dream of this, oh, I dream, and then you lose this opportunity to get some hard work done. So the Page of Cups is saying not the week where you're going to be able to chill back too much, listen to music, and just relax. Now, it's not saying you can't do those things within small increments, but you don't want to get too caught up in that. Also, emotionally, you could feel a bit vulnerable. You can feel like a child again when it comes to your emotions and how you feel. Some of you all are dealing with a very, very immature Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, and it's annoying. But and they haven't completely seen the light yet, so they're coming off very childish to you. And you know, I would just suggest that don't pick with this person, like don't nitpick, don't start arguments with this person. Use that time to, or in some of this doesn't have to be a water sign for some of you all. It can just be whatever immature energy is in your life. It could, for some of you all, this can be your children. Use that time to self-evaluate. Focus on your finances. Money is going to be very fruitful this week. Self-preservation, taking care of yourself, all of these things. Instead of, like, let's say, normally you would give into this energy. Like, let's say it's a boss and they're being kind of catty with you, and normally you kind of get a little catty back. This is saying this is the week to where you say, you know what? Let me go in my cubicle. Let me just do my own thing and let me mind my business. Okay. The business that pays me. Okay. And that's what you do. And the Nine of Pentacles is saying, oh, will you be blessed for it? Focus on your work. And I'm telling you, you can really, really have an amazing outcome by the end of the week, because your patience will be tested, because it seems like a lot of you all too are attracting like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Some of you all are dealing with sick people. Like I'm feeling like some of you all are nurses, or some of you all deal with situations that really call for a lot of patience within your life, and it's a little irritable this week. So maybe detach a little bit emotionally from people and try to look at the bigger picture or something, so you don't get too sucked in, because the Strength card in reverse is a lot of times you losing your patience and snapping. So don't snap, Sagittarius. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't let that get the best of you, because this can be people emotionally dumping on you this week. This can be people just not knowing how to deal with their emotions, so they kind of like pick at you. Now, for some of you all, this will be a need for you to stop ignoring your health. You're so worried about everything else. You're not getting your rest. You're not taking care of your health. And it's saying, take care of your health. And for some of you, I'm hearing breaking a barrier around your heart. Breaking a barrier around your heart. Protecting yourself is one thing, but having walls up is another, Sagittarius. So you don't have to do that to yourself. A lot of you on, if you're a Sagittarius dealing with a Leo, really watch it this week, because they can cause you to, be not very patient with them. As far as our love card, we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Whoo, let's see what this is about. What was the other card at the bottom of the deck? Ooh, unrequited love. Not the best week for love, I see. Not necessarily, because the Three of Coins actually is beautiful when it comes to teamwork. But it's like, I guess what I'm trying to say is really implement teamwork in everything that you do, from your career to your love life. Say what you need. If you need help with dinner, say you need help with dinner. If you need help with something, just say it. Teamwork is going to be there for you. But like I said, some of you, I feel like you're feeling like someone else is coming in between your relationship and or something. For some of you, it could be distance. But anyway, it says pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. And I'm also hearing that for some of you all, this is with a friend. This is not a relationship. This is with a friend. Okay, and it says the romance angel sent you this card to help you notice the unhealthy parts of your relationship. If you're swept up in a new romance, this card serves as a cautionary warning. Pay attention to your feelings and impressions with regard to your new suitor. Don't allow emotion to blind you to characteristics or habits that won't work for you in a relationship. A red flag is a sign that something is off. It can include an indication of dishonesty, disrespect, flirtatiousness with others, substance abuse, or lack of integrity. While your new love interest may treat you wonderfully well at the beginning of your relationship, it's vital to watch how he or she treats others. Someone's basic character is revealed by the way in which he or she talks and acts with restaurant staff, valet parking attendants, and other miscellaneous individuals. If you are in an existing relationship, these red flags may signal a need for honest mutual discussion or couples counseling. This card doesn't necessarily guide you to leave the relationship. Red flags can be markers along the path of healing. The romance angels will guide you to take steps that are healthy for everyone involved. So do so, follow your intuition. All right, Sagittarius, that is what I have for you this week. I hope it helps in some way. If you ever need to get a private reading with me, you can always do so by emailing me at crystalneath@gmail.com. Besides that, have an amazing week, and I'll see you all later.